got 2 engineers. This is gonna be serious.
Oh. There's some people out here looking for you, Josh.
We're live.
Looking for me?
This meeting of the mayor and the board of aldermen for the city of Cleveland is now in session. If you have any business before this board, please come forward and you'll be heard.
Yeah.
Let us pray. Our dear Heavenly Father, we come this hour of the morning to give thanks for the many blessings that have restored unto us. We thank you for the privilege and opportunities for allowing us to come together to discuss the business of the city. We pray that everything we do and say will be in your will. It is in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Engineering, whichever one.
Guys, all I have is a submission of our hay cutting contract extension. It's the same guy who's been cutting it for the last few years, same terms as before.
Does he do a good job?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had I could get into it more. We had a little hiccup last year without it under contract, and we want to straighten that out early this year so we don't have that issue.
Then I make a motion, we renew the contract.
I have a question.
Motion, wait, excuse me. You say questions, Anya?
Yes.
Okay.
I noticed that we've had this contract since 2022 at $33 per acre. Why have we not gone up?
Yeah, so we talked about it a lot. That led to us not having it under contract last year.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up costing us. One thing, we didn't receive any money for the hay cutting.
Okay.
And we were begging people to cut it because the hay market has kind of fell out or did.
Okay.
And it was a problem. So this year we've reached back out and I want to get it under contract as soon as possible, quite frankly.
Okay.
Second the motion.
Okay, a motion by Gary, second by Danny. All those in favor? Okay.
Thank y'all.
Legalese?
The consent agenda is before you. It would require a motion and second to approve if you desire.
So moved.
Got a motion from Ted,
Second.
second by Gary. All those in favor? Opposed? Okay.
I
What?
oppose.
You oppose the consent agenda?
Yes, sir. Just one
Okay.
item on the consent agenda,
Okay.
and I can voice why.
You don't have to. It's your opinion.
Okay, well, I do want to, I was looking at that we have a Covington estimate for 12/18/2024. Why do we not have updated work orders and estimates?
These are the estimates that he received, and he verified that those were still valid.
Okay, well then why do we not have something stated and that those are still valid? Because I saw that in the airport, they did reach out to someone via email and they have that documentation. I would like for us to have documentation whenever we have old invoices or estimates that they reach out to that company to say that they will honor those estimates and contracts.
I can ask him to do that. Yes, ma'am. I know that he did reach out to him because he got the sole source document.
Yes,
so they
ma'am.
provided the sole source document. They just did not specify or provide a document saying that the quotes were still valid, but they did have that conversation. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I was just seeing something since 2024. That's way old.
Could be a date. It could be a typo on the date, but I will reach out to our department heads and ask them to verify that. And
Okay.
my documentation. Yes, ma'am. That's not a problem.
Okay. Well, with that, then I would draw my name.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle, can you hear me? I'm just going in and out. I guess it's the internet. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Okay. All right. It was fading out. Thank you.
We can always hear you, Robert.
Thank you.
Even better.
Okay.
That's all I have.
That's all you have? We don't have executive session?
I don't.
We don't. I don't.
We do not? Okay.
Unless.
Really?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm back again. You all revisited this back in August of last year, and it was postponed or whatever. So I 300 Suite B, Turner Woods, trying to put that package store in there, and we need to, in order for it to make it work, we have to allow the liquor store, package stores in the B2 zoning district was currently not allowed. So it would be approval for recommendation to make a change to the zoning ordinance if it be the pleases the board.
I want to ask a question. First off, we did address this back in August, and because the planning commission denied it, right?
Yes, they denied. He had to appeal to you all.
Okay, and
Well, no, they made a recommendation. The planning commission made a recommendation in their minutes.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
When we did this ordinance, and Danny, I'm kind of falling back on you on this. I've been on this board 21 years. I've never seen an ordinance take so long to draft. Katie spent months on this thing, and you told us multiple times to make damn sure that we did this ordinance correct because it could change the face of downtown Cleveland. And I think we need to be real careful before we start changing ordinances like this. You know, now this request that's in our Dropbox says it's for a variance. Well, the last time they came to us, it was for an exception. So all we're doing is changing language. I mean, this is no different than spot zoning if we do this. And then, so what do we change our ordinance to? Do we change it to downtown Cleveland? Do we change it to 200 feet? It's at 500 feet. Where do you stop? Because this request is 1 inch from the line. It's not 500 feet from the line. It's 1 inch. So I thought we already addressed it.
I mean, we can change it however y'all want to. What y'all did on the downtown ordinance before was expand a 500-foot buffer zone. At the time you did that, there was a liquor store at this place, which subsequently closed. It did not reopen for a year, which meant it would have to go back through the process unless you do two things. First, eliminate the 500-foot buffer, and two, make this second thing where you can allow that in B2H by special exception. You can't do it. I mean, those are the two things. You've got to pass 1A and 1B if you wish to allow this store to locate or a liquor store to relocate in that spot.
Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem I have, Danny. Danny, that's the problem I have. Why did you go to great extremes to help us set these guidelines, and now all of a sudden they're not that important?
Well, the importance of it, Gary, y'all decide. Y'all wanted 500 feet and we put 500 feet in there, and it was for a good reason.
Exactly. It was for a good reason. So why is that reason changed all of a sudden?
I think it was the cannabis. The reason was, if I remember, I don't know.
No, most of what we were dealing with
to be done
cannabis.
because of the cannabis.
Well, at the same time, y'all also, you may want to recall, you had some requests to put a liquor store downtown.
Gotcha.
And that gave you discomfort. So, you know, one way of looking at it, the 500 feet is necessary. Another way of looking at it, maybe it was a little too far. That's y'all make that decision.
So make it 100 feet. Does that change this request?
Billy,
does that change it? I think this is right on the
No,
line.
I think he's actually 50 feet from the historic district. Am I right, Josh? We measured once before. I don't know if Josh can hear me now, but I think he's like 50 feet from. It's like right across the street. Goodyear is the historic district, and he's directly across the street from Goodyear.
Right. Josh.
What?
Billy was asking you a question, Josh.
Josh, do you remember when we measured that liquor's 300 B, Suite B, from the historic district, what Turner proposing that liquor store? I think it was like 50 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a street right away. Looking at the map, the historic district lined up with the west side of the street, and the liquor store would be on the east side of the street. So it's 50, 60 foot plus a little parking. It's not.
Yes, I mean, we're not, 500 feet is immaterial in this discussion.
What other
I
stores
just don't know why, I just don't know why this
are
ordinance
not
has
allowed
become
within that five
unimportant.
hundred feet?
Tattoo parlors, massage parlors, compounding pharmacies to a certain point. I can't remember how we stated that. I was involved in it, pool halls, liquor stores.
Pawn shops, we did all of that.
Pawn shops,
We did all of that so we wouldn't change the face of downtown Cleveland.
and the landscape. We wouldn't
And
change
that's
the
what, I guess
landscape.
that's what bothers me, is how this ordinance is not important all of a sudden. I think it's extremely important.
I'm just trying to understand, because I wasn't on the board when y'all did this. So we have the historic district, and then, which none of this is allowed in the historic district, all the
Correct.
smut you just said,
Right.
whatever you want to call it.
Correct.
And then we went another 500 feet and not gonna allow any of it within that 500
That's the
feet.
buffer zone. That they call it.
Buffer zone.
Yes, sir.
How far does that buffer zone go then, if it's just 50 feet then?
500 feet.
So it's gonna go another 450 feet from Commerce, so it goes all the way to the other side of
Tractor Supply.
the bank, Renaissance Bank.
It's
Yeah,
500
that's correct. It goes all the way to
center line
Crispin.
of the road of commerce.
Chrisman,
Yes, sir. It almost lines up perfectly with like roughly the center of Crispin going
we
north.
can't build anything anywhere close to downtown that's got anything to do
Right,
with anything.
right.
Uh,
With any of those. My question too, Danny, would be, and this is real vague. Nobody knows. Within our historic district, which includes the 500-foot buffer zone, we turned down two people wanting to put in liquor. Does this open us up for multiple lawsuits? If we were to make this variance or exception, could it possibly?
Well, it speculates, but no, you have the downtown historic district, and then you have the 500-foot buffer that y'all asked to be
It's
added.
all included in one is what it says in the deal though.
Just depends on how big you want your downtown historic district to be. That's a policy decision for the board.
Yeah, but it was good enough then, and I think what Gary's saying, why isn't it good enough now? What's changed?
You're talking about on Main Street, on downtown, on Sharp Avenue. If that was
No.
what you're referring to?
No, it's the entirety.
No,
But Mayor, that's
you're
not
talking
my,
about that previously were turned down.
Yes, sir.
To be on Sharp Avenue.
Yes, sir, which
I
was.
agree, there should never be a liquor store downtown.
may I ask a question? Is it possible that we can look at this landowner, this policy, this ordinance?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Y'all can look at anything you want.
Can we not just table this until we just look at this and get much more familiar with this ordinance, because we're going back and forth and I'm not familiar with it, and I would like to become familiar with the wording.
It came to us in July of 2025. We've been dealing with this since then.
Okay, but did we have a copy of the ordinance?
You do, it's listed on your webpage. You can every ordinance of this.
Okay, then I'll go.
And that's a good place to look at it. And you just, it became so restrictive in advance of the adoption of the medical cannabis law. And y'all have walked back certain things like medical offices and an antique gun store and allowing the pharmacy there on Commerce. That's it. It's up to y'all. Y'all make policy.
I'm just confused why it's come back up when I thought we discussed this maybe the last meeting, 2 meetings ago. And there was no motion and no more discussion, I thought.
Well, the
So,
planning
is it going to
commission,
come up every meeting just because we keep not making any decision? Like, I thought that decision was a no, but what we did, because we didn't vote on it. Yes, anyway. So why is it going to come up every month?
it doesn't.
There wasn't a vote. A decision was not made. So because the planning commission made a recommendation to the Board of Aldermen and a vote was not taken, it's still in limbo.
that's not true. That is not true.
Okay.
It came before our board and the board was requested to reverse the appeal that the planning commission ruled on, and we chose not to.
And we think we did it in executive
There's
session.
not the appeal.
No.
I'm not talking about the
The
appeal.
recommendation did not come before the board.
Right.
It is just now, this will be the first time the recommendation from the planning commission is coming to the board. They didn't ever send it.
Yeah, this particular recommendation. So the appeal did, yes, sir, the appeal did come before the board. And that's when he went back to the planning commission to ask that the ordinance be looked at, to consider revising the ordinance so that it be allowed by special exception. And that's what has not come
So
back.
he's been back to the planning commission since July?
No, that's when.
Is that right, Billy?
No, sir,
That's
he's
when-
not,
No,
he's
they
not
have
been
not
back.
been back, Michelle, so that's not right. I
Yes,
mean-
yes, it is, exactly what she said. The planning commission made the recommendation, they didn't send it to the board.
Right.
Now, that ain't, I mean, so it's, y'all have not got to vote on this recommendation from the planning commission one way or another.
The planning commission does not make ordinances.
Yes, they do.
They made a recommendation to the board that y'all consider it.
Yeah, well, I had two planning commission members say they felt like that they were strongly encouraged to make that recommendation.
Well, excuse me then, they ought to get off of that planning commission if they can't think for themselves. That'd be like somebody saying you were strongly encouraged to do something on this board. That's not right. But I don't, well, y'all just need to vote one way or another.
I thought we did.
Well, no.
I don't know with the minute, Gary, I have not looked at those minutes, but if I were to write it, I would say no action was taken. There wasn't a
We
motion.
don't put minutes. We don't-
Danny, at that meeting,
Right.
Danny, your words were, "It has died for the lack of a motion." That's what you
Until it's
told us.
voted on, you're
That's what you
right.
told
I mean,
us.
there's
That
just not.
Right.
But there would be nothing for them to appeal either. It's on the agenda. And my suggestion would be at some point when y'all want to decide and you've looked at this, either say yay or no, and that way it can
Over
quit
with.
coming up. Rather. And I don't make that call. we make the changes as you wish them made.
Do I have a motion from anybody?
I made a motion earlier that we table it until we look at this ordinance.
Hey, I got a motion to table from then.
Yes, I second that motion. And give us the chance to look at it.
Got a second from Robert. All those in favor of table? All those opposed to tabling it?
nay.
Me.
Don't know.
Danny. Hey. Who was not? Jerry, Danny Abraham,
And Marcy.
and Marcy? Marcy? Huh?
You got 3 no's and
2 A's.
Mhm.
So we're not gonna table it. So now what are we gonna do with it?
The planning commission has already rejected this.
well, the planning commission cannot approve it, Gary. All they can do is make a recommendation or take no action because they don't have the authority. It would require these 2 changes by you guys for that liquor store to locate there.
Now, Danny,
And if y'all don't want to, you don't want to. And if you
yeah,
do,
but you're confused. You're confusing me, and I think you're confusing the issue. The planning commission voted against this. Then they made another motion that recommended we look at the ordinance.
Right. That's correct.
Did the planning commission vote against this?
Yes, they voted it down and then they made a motion for a recommendation. But yes, to answer your question, yes.
Does that put us?
That's what's on the agenda today, is not for y'all to vote for the liquor store, for you to consider the ordinance. You're not voting for the liquor store, you're considering the ordinance. a
Oh, then,
change.
okay, then that's where I'm confused because what's in the
Me
drop
too.
box, the drop box indicates we're voting on a variance. That's not what it says.
So it's only, the minutes are in the ordinance, the planning commission minutes, are in Dropbox. I think Billy put the application in there for you to remind you what the topic, what triggered those minutes. And what's on the agenda, item 1A and 1B, is the two motions that the planning commission made to consider the two changes to the ordinance, to consider changing the ordinance to allow this type, to allow liquor or package stores within the B2 zoning by special exception, or to allow it within 500 feet of the B2H by special exception. That's the only thing on the agenda.
Okay, so we vote to consider making a change, then we have to consider that making a change. That doesn't say we're gonna make the change.
Well, they're asking you to consider
Consider it,
Yes, ma'am.
and then
Which-
we're gonna discuss it and decide if we want to make that change. I thought
well,
we'd already done that. I thought that's what we decided last time.
This is the first time the change to the ordinance has been on the agenda.
Okay,
What was on the agenda before was his appeal to the board.
So with the change of the ordinance that you're asking for and changing that zoning, that would allow
Okay, so just,
citizens to come in for downtown, is that correct?
If the board so chooses to pass these two changes to the ordinance to allow liquor and package stores only, not massage parlors, tattoo parlors, whatever else, in the B2 zoning and within 500 feet of the historic district by special exception, every application still comes before the board, and it is up to the board on which businesses would be allowed within those areas, within the B2 zoning and within the buffer zone.
We are opening ourselves up.
So it would be by special exception, just like you did the pharmacy. It was by special exception, if I
Okay.
remember correctly.
so the thing on the agenda says consider making a change, but you're saying if we vote for this now, it is whether the change is happening or not.
Yes, ma'am. The planning commission is asking you
To make the change.
right. So the way that works is it has to be, we have to make the change, publish it for 30 days, then it goes into effect. But they're asking you to consider it, discuss it, and then vote.
well, then I want to go back to what Zena recommended then, because I am totally confused as to what we're being asked to do. So
I am too.
Zena, if you make your motion again, I will back you this time.
I'll make a motion to table this discussion until we look at the ordinance.
Okay, I got a motion from Xenia to table this recommendation. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Second by Gary. All those in favor of tabling? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, it's tabled. We'll get rid of this. Billy,
Has one more.
you have one more item, I believe.
Yes, sir. I have approval from Harris Commission to reappoint Lynn Sheridan, Lisa Miller, and Mary Jean Gates to another 3-year term.
So move.
Motion by Abraham,
Second.
second by Xenia. All those in favor? Opposed? All right. Chief,
I have a couple of things. I need approval of the MDOT MOU to put up the new cameras on one of their poles.
So move.
Also need,
wait, got a motion from Ted, second by Abraham, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay, sorry.
Also, need approval to donate a 2017 Chevrolet Tahoe to the town of Marigot. Police Department.
I so moving, we take it off fire,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
remove it, okay.
Motion by Abraham,
Second.
Second.
second by Ted. All those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Thank you, Chief. Thomas?
Good morning.
Oh, I was looking at the
Hey,
screen.
Thomas.
Video, right?
You all should have a report of the fire hydrants from Greg Roberts, fire hydrant repair. It is an extensive list. Like we've talked about it, it's not something that happened overnight. It's not gonna be something that can get fixed overnight. We have been addressing a few of them in certain areas, some of the cheaper ones to fix. There are some in there that it's gonna take some time. Greg Roberts and Cole Childs with Greg Roberts Hydrant Repair said they can come and talk with y'all, get a better plan of what y'all want to do. If y'all want them to go ahead and fix all of them, or if y'all want to make a plan to fix so many every year until all of them are fixed.
One thing I want to bring up, I talked to Greg yesterday, and with all of these repairs needed, I brought up specifically one or two and said, okay, with these needed, are we in any danger of safety issues? Are we still within 1,000 feet either way? Or how many feet was it, Greg?
We carry 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. And Greg said, no, that we're not.
Yeah, we're not in any kind of danger. If a house fire happens next to a hydrant that's down or under repair, we have some within
That we
200
pulled
feet.
off, so we're good there.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay, in the meantime, in the interim. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
May I ask a question? Are we responsible for the hydrants that are in the county also?
If it's on our system, we are, yes.
Okay,
So there's various places like Christie Drive. We had a house fire there not too long ago. We have a hydrant there. That's our hydrant. That's our water supply out to those houses. Bell Avenue, Lincoln, over in that area, that's all our water system. We provide water to that area. There's various hydrants all down the highways. I believe the other cannabis store on the north end of town, we have a hydrant out there.
Okay, and so this is the only company that does the hydrant repairs?
That I know of, yes, ma'am. I've been to a ton of conferences, met a bunch of different contractors, and these are the only ones that I know of in the state of Mississippi. And that's recommended by Mississippi Rural Water Association that we have an account with, membership with.
Does the county pay us to maintain fire hydrants out in the county?
No, so that's our water lines. That's our water system.
It's our water line.
Yes, we send a bill to those.
Whoever's receiving the water, so that's.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha, okay.
That cannabis store on the north end, that's in the city limits.
Yes, ma'am.
So that one's not in the county.
Where's this money gonna come from?
That's why we can't do it all at one time.
Yes, sir.
Can some of that be budgeted? I mean, bonded since it's such long-term, it has such a long-term benefit.
I don't know. I'll have to look into that because it's repairs. I mean, we can look into it. Because it is long-term.
Yes, I mean, it's not something that, you know.
10 years, anyhow, the repairs.
Yeah.
That's an extensive list with a lot of
is.
money. Yes, over $300,000. That's a lot.
And NFPA requires that fire hydrants checked and exercised yearly. This is the first time since I've been here that it's actually happened. So what they've done is they found different things. And those repairs could be as simple as a chain missing.
Yeah, so now
That's why.
the list that you have, it'll say upper rod repair, $1,400. That's so they based it on worst case scenario. They could go in and end up being a bonnet repair and it costs $400 instead of $2,000. They don't exactly know. They're just saying, because we.
That's gonna be hard to bond because you don't know what kind of money you're talking about. Like
Yes, sir.
if it's a broken chain, you ain't gonna be able to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have, I believe, those two quotes put in there. for the fire hydrant at Fifth and College?
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one of them is below 10,000, but me and Michelle talking because it's so close to 10,000, it's because it's such a controversial fire hydrant, that's been going on for a couple of months. I wanted to let y'all know that we do have 2 quotes, to put in a brand new hydrant at Fifth and College where that vehicle actually hit fire hydrant. I know it's been a while since, it happened, but we're just now getting around to getting the quotes, finding somebody that can do the work. I just want to let y'all know that hydrant is getting repaired. So
Is the vehicle hit it, the insurance gonna pay for it?
Did you get the did we get an accident report on that?
no, ma'am. I believe I can get with chief about that.
We should, yeah,
Yeah.
they should file against their insurance.
Yes,
They
sir.
pay for it, not us.
If not, we file it on ours.
No, I don't think we filed on ours. I think we go after them. They ran over it, just like if,
But I'm saying if they don't have insurance or whatever, we're gonna go after.
well, if they don't have insurance, yeah, well, then we'll.
File it on ours.
Did we get a copy of those quotes? I didn't see it in Dropbox.
I don't have them, Ms. Wentz, in Dropbox. I can send them to you. I can upload them after the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
But that's all I have. If y'all have
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Good morning. All I've got is just approval of the lowest and best quote for our concrete project down at our shop, the dumpster pad and the new drive. And it's, several thousand under budget, so it's looking good shape.
Have a motion?
Right, well, but I have a question, Clint. I was confused. Which one was the lowest or the best bid? Was it the Big Boys Farms or Royal Collins?
Back at excavation.
Okay, thank you.
So move.
Motion by Abraham,
Second.
second by who, I don't know who second.
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
Heather?
Sir, I have one under the employee action recommendations needing approval, unless you have any questions.
I do have a question. Was that the only applicant?
Yes, ma'am. We did have one other, but the only yes, that's the only qualifying we have. The other 2 were not qualified for the director's position.
So what do you say qualified? What was the what made that person qualified?
Do we want to do this in executive?
I think this needs, you got to go into executive session for this.
I would like to take that into the executive session, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Heather. Thank you. Robert?
Mayor, I don't have anything. If y'all can hear me, I don't have anything.
Marcia?
I don't have anything specific, but I did want to ask, I don't think they're still on here. Steve-O or any of them? Are any of them in the room?
Lucas was on.
Yeah, Lucas
Okay,
is
but
on.
he's not there anymore. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I'll
still
get
here.
him, so-
I think he's still here.
Yeah.
You're muted, Lucas.
I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. I see. I was just gonna ask, did y'all get a route settled or anything for limb pickup? Have y'all talked about that?
Yes, ma'am, they did.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that going?
Yes,
Y'all working
it's
the route now?
yes, it's going. We got Melvin, which will do Mondays zone. I think it's zone 1, 6, and 3. He do 6 Monday and Tuesday, 3 Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 Thursday and Friday, and so forth. It's on the other zones on the west side of town.
The zones correspond to your wards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought they were gonna reserve one day just to do random pickups, Lucas.
We can, I mean, but that was
No, and the reason I said it when Steve-O talked about it, he was saying what disrupts it is when people are calling all the time and pulling them off the route.
Yeah.
You know, and so the
And I
thought
think that,
was to keep them on their route and just have one day set aside that you do random stuff.
and that'll probably be that Friday,
Okay,
because they're running through, they're going through the routes pretty quickly. I mean, they picking up. So that Friday will be a free day for them to just bounce and
right,
back
that's right,
there.
yeah.
Would you give us those zones again, Lucas, please? Those days for those zones, please.
I think, or
You want me to? I can email it out,
That would
Yeah.
be good. Thank you, Michelle.
yeah,
ma'am.
Marcia,
Mayor,
anything?
while we got Lucas, while we got
Marcia,
Lucas on the phone, I
anything
will
else?
just say one thing. Sir,
Go ahead, Rob.
I just wanted to say this, Industrial Park, Drive there and, going that back way to Walmart. I've had numerous complaints. I don't know if you guys had anything stated to you all. It's dark back there. I talked to Steve about it, and we just need to make sure that energy on our side,
Yeah.
they have it, they need to make sure that's corrected.
yeah, we marked it and everything. We got it on the list.
Okay, thank you, Lucas.
Marcia, were you through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Zena?
Since we're talking to Lucas, on North Street, there's some sneakers across the line. Do you all have anything that would be able to remove those tennis shoes from across that power line?
Oh,
Or do
energy,
where I need to call?
energy,
Energy.
energy.
Touch
We
that
don't need to
power.
touch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
nothing. Gary?
Just checking on how we coming with taking all the Christmas lights down, Lucas. Boy, we're wearing you out today.
We're almost done. We just down to the big stuff right now.
Okay,
We should be done this week.
okay, because
Man, we only got
we got some bad weather coming in.
Yeah, we should be done this week.
Okay, that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, doke. Brian, is Brian on? He's not on.
Now, Brian had something he had to go to this morning.
Okay. Danny, nothing? I don't have anything.
I make a motion that we consider going into executive session for reasons of human resources.
Yes, sir,
Employee.
action.
Got a motion from Danny to go into executive session for, employee action. Second by Ted. All those in favor?
I make a motion now that we go into executive session for reasons of.
Motion by Danny to go into executive session. Second by Ted. All in favor? Opposed?